Hello there, amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to my theory video on Susan Twist's character. Now, all through basic season 40 of Doctor Who, we've had every episode we've had a Susan Twist cameo. We've had her as a space pilot in Space Babies. She was basically one of the Cantina people. One of the tea people that we see in Devil's Cord. Then she was actually the ambulance in Boom. Then, of course, in the episode after Boom, 73 Yards, she was literally the old lady walking until she was when I spoke to that creepy person. And when she did the runner from Ruby, she was in Dot and Bubble, aka the mother sort of thing. And then, of course, she had a surprising cameo in a painting in Rogue episode 6. So we know something's big's going on with her. Something very, very big is happening with her, basically going into the finale. So I was thinking to myself, what if Susan Twist's character is another of Scarroth? Now, cast your mind back to 1979, and I'm literally going to use the theme from the Memory Weave from the Sarah Jane Adventures to help us out here. Cast your mind back to 1979 in the fantastic story known as City of Death. During this story, the Doctor comes across Scarroth, the last of the Jagra-fest. And of course, Scarroth has basically scattered himself into 7 little pieces all through time and space. So, what if Susan Twist is basically the same as Scarroth? Can you imagine behind this nice little old lady, she's going to rip off her face and here comes a big tentacly one-eyed creature, aka the Jagra-fest, something like that. Can you not just imagine how good that would be? So, I want to talk about my theory and why I think that she could be the basically part like of Scarroth's race. Now, she could not be. This could be 100% wrong. It could be 100% right. But I like to have this. I have seen people say so much stuff about their theories. I've seen people do theory videos on it. And I'm there thinking to myself, why is nobody mentioning about the alien species that literally scattered themselves into 7 pieces in through our time zones, all through our time history on Earth? What if Susan Twist has done the same? What if she has scattered herself not into 7 pieces? What if into more than 7 pieces? What if she's managed to scatter herself across all of time and space? What if she was part of an event that ended up basically helping creating the life of the universe? Where Scarroth basically created the human race, but he accidentally pressed the takeoff button on his ship and it caused it to implode, which caused the whole existence of humanity. What if Susan Twist has done the same? What if basically she's done the same as Scarroth? What if she was inside her own spaceship and then accidentally pressed the takeoff button and scattered across the universe? What if that has happened? What if she's ended in the far future? She's ended up in far future and she's ended up in the past. So I'm going to talk about a bit of every little piece of information we have from Susan Twist. We've got every little piece of cameo. So the first cameo was, of course, in Wild Blue Yonder, as basically Sir Isaac Newton's Discovery made. And then next appearance in canonical order was actually in the church on Ruby Road, where she basically was a hippie, asking Ruby to play a song. And then the episode after that, she basically was a general commander, something like that, in Space Babies, as basically in charge of the spaceship before everybody evacuated from it. Then, of course, she went back. Then when we were back to the 1960s, she was basically like a tea lady. And then she was like the holographic face on the ambulance. So what if she's managed to basically scatter herself into different pieces through time and space? Imagine having that creepy moment like Scarroth did, where basically you're just going to see her rip her face off and here comes a one-eyed tentacle alien squiggy monster from like the story. I really think this will be an interesting way to bring back a kind of an alien species from classic Doctor Who. Now, Scarroth was basically the last of the Jagra-fest, apparently, but what if he technically wasn't? What if some of these alien species managed to survive out there? We have seen so many alien species be like the last of the kind. So we've got the Doctor, we had Scarroth, We had quite a few other last of the kind sort of species like the face of Bo, and of course with some other atypical random things like being the last of the kind, aka like the space whale in The Beast Below. What if Scarroth, she is basically something to do with Scarroth. Now, we know there's something going to be happening from the 1970s. We know there's going to be a third Doctor connection. But what if there's more than a third Doctor connection? What if there's a fourth Doctor connection as well? What if Russell T Davies is there literally teasing us? So instead of us having one connection to one 70s Doctor, we've got two connections. We have the return of the Jagra-fest, basically that first was encountered by the fourth Doctor, aka Scarroth. But what if she is the sister of Scarroth? What if it's something big and amazing going on? What if she is literally a Jagra-fest? I would 100% go for this. I think this would be a fantastic way to bring back a fantastic Doctor Who monster design, but update it for the modern years. What if we, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. But that's kind of my little theory. What if Susan Twist is actually like Scarroth? And of course, you just basically move her face off. And of course, you've got a big tasty eye creature. Now, Julian Glover, I think he is still alive out there. So he could possibly return for a cameo sort of thing as Scarroth, talking to his sister before he ended up landing on Earth, before he ends up splitting himself into 7 pieces. What if Susan's Triad? What if Susan Twist has done the same? Now, of course, we know that Susan's character basically creates Triad, aka anagram of TARDIS. But what if she basically scattered herself all through time and space? She was working for UNIT in the third Doctor's era, saw little bits and pieces from the TARDIS, and then she just kind of stilled it, or stilled pictures and stuff, and so on and so on and so on, and decided to create her own company, try and travel through time and space. But what if she's trying to do that so she doesn't end up scattering herself all through time and space? What if she does that, trying to stop herself and really all her cameo stuff, what's going on with her from the future to the past, and it doesn't really matter anymore? What if she's trying to change her own history so that way she doesn't split herself into little quadrant little pieces? So that's kind of my theory, that basically I think she's a little bit like Scarroth. So if you agree with me, let me know in the comments. If you don't, let me know in the comments as well. See what you think. What is your theory about Susan Twist's character? Let me know in the comments. Please do like, subscribe and share, and join me for more awesome Doctor Who content.